One video, it's Andrew Tate. Another video, it's Pokemon. We like to have all sorts of fun around here. If you're an avid Pokemon fan, chances are you've had a rough few years. I mean, take one look at my channel and you'll see emotions ranging from sheer outrage at Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, to weird pessimism towards Pokemon Legends Arceus. But Legends Arceus turned out to be really damn fun, and here we are now with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet approaching, and I'm happy to say, I'm really hyped for these games. So I'm going to share my excitement with you guys instead of my usual doom and gloom that I have in Pokemon videos. Now, I've always formatted my Pokemon opinion videos into Pokemon designs, characters, and gameplays, so I'll start with Pokemon. The standout design for me is for sure the Pooper Whooper. He's a poopy little guy. 10 out of 10 from me. I also liked a little bit of lore about Pooper Whooper, where it used to live in the sea, but was driven out by a predator, and to survive on land it developed a poisonous film so it wouldn't get eaten. Cyclosaur seems to be some sort of new ride Pokemon, and of course, its design has led to all sorts of speculation about it being some sort of pre-evolution to Koraidon and Miraidon. Now, I think this is just Game Freak baiting us, because it was revealed in a competitive play trailer, which would be kind of weird for them to do with a legendary. If you want my guess, I think this is what every other trainer rides, and when you're sent out to go find a Cyclosaur for you to ride, instead of catching a Cyclosaur, you run into the legendaries and they accompany you throughout the game. Well, that's my best guess anyway. Lechonk is pretty sick. Look at this. Look at this dude. He's so chunky. Chunky and cool. The rest of the Pokemon, however, I'm sort of neutral on for now. I need to see their evolutions before judging, but the Pikachu clone Palmy, he's nice. I love both the legendaries, but I am leaning towards Miraidon because it's a Tron motorcycle. That's just way cooler. But if you like Koraidon, you're still valid. It's a really cool looking Pokemon. And I've said this in a previous video, I love all the starters, and it's the first generation in forever where I haven't known exactly which one I'm going to pick as soon as I see them. They're all great designs, and it's hard to choose, but I think I might end up with Sprigatito. But we'll see how all of it pans out. I think the character designs are pretty solid. Pokemon's really been killing character designs ever since Sword and Shield. They're all pretty fun to look at. The Paldea region actually seems to have an education system, which is a big step forward for Pokemon. So obviously, all the characters and rivals will probably revolve around your homeroom. I think the homeroom teacher, Jacques, has a really nice design, and I could definitely see him becoming a fan favourite, because he looks like he's just a cool dude. However, I have seen some art of him, art of a certain nature, and I just, I hope he doesn't become that type of fan favourite. I swear Pokemon artists are like a crack unit with a near instant response time. I don't know how they do it. Also, Jacques kind of looks like Adamant, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's intentional. Maybe he's a predecessor of Adamant, because recent information has come to light, and we do know that Pokemon Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet were very much developed in tandem with each other. So each project taking inspiration from each other isn't that much of a reach. There's 3 rivals this game, although these days they're more sort of friends. Penny, Arven, and Nemona. Penny's design just sort of feels like a typical Pokemon design, but Arven and Nemona have some of my favourite rival designs to date. I imagine since the game is 3 stories, each rival is connected to one story, and they're sort of the ones who guide you through. Last thing to say on the characters. The professors. Professor Sada for Pokemon Scarlet, and Professor Tudo for Pokemon Violet. They're both unreasonably hot professors, and yes, I have stumbled across art of the two of them fucking. Pokemon hype cycles have pretty much just become a competition to see who can draw porn the fastest. Gameplay, let's talk about it. I'm so excited. Finally, we have a full open region. It's not segmented like Legends Arceus. We can go wherever we want, whenever we want, and oh. Paldea looks really fun and seems to have a great variety of areas, and if you just compare it to the Galar map, you can really see how open Paldea is. Pokemon released a high-resolution 8K map, and it's just so fun to zoom in and look through all the routes and look at all the places that you're going to be exploring in November. Also, if you want to see a really good analysis of the map, watch Austin John's breakdown of it. He does a great job laying everything out, and I promise when you finish that video, you're going to be way more hyped for the game than you are now. I'm just so happy we can do the gyms in any order we want. So I found out that the gyms don't have level scaling, which initially I thought, well, that sucks. But then I gave it some thought. Now, if the gyms just scaled to however many badges you have, it sort of removes any choice in how you progress the difficulty of the game. Here's an example. Imagine at the beginning of the game, you decide, I'm going to do the 4th gym leader first. But you only have a level 5 starter, so you need to go out to the area surrounding the 4th gym and challenge yourself and use strategy to come out on top and catch a stronger Pokemon for you to use. And then you can train that stronger Pokemon and use it to beat the 4th gym. And then once you beat that gym, you might decide, right, I'm going to do gyms 1 to 3 and box the stronger Pokemon for now. So use your weaker Pokemon to beat the first 3 gyms, and then once you finish that, you can reunite with the 4th gym Pokemon you use, and it's like a cool moment where everyone's together, and this is just sort of what I mean by it's so cool that we can write our own narrative in this game. The whole gym scaling thing has been pretty controversial, and I hope you understood my example because I think it's a really good reason as to why the lack of gym scaling is a good thing. Obviously, I'm very excited for the fact that there's 2 other stories completely separate from the gym challenge. The idea of choosing how you interweave each of the 3 stories into your own unique experience is just so cool. Like, imagine talking to your friends after you beat the game and they talk about how their experience is completely different from yours, and it means you can replay this game so many times and have a brand new experience. The longevity of this game, I think, is going to be quite impressive. Now, I am slightly worried that the new stories might just be things we've experienced in Pokemon before, and the only difference is they're separate from the gym challenge. But I'm not too worried about that because it really seems these flags are related to Pokemon racing of some kind, and then either the towers we see all over the region, or the lighthouses, are the other story, and I don't think we've ever seen that before, so I think each story will be brand new. Terrestrializing is a cool gimmick, and it makes lots of flashy colours, so when Game Freak made it, they tailor-made it for me, because you put colours on screen and I'm happy. It's like a baby sensory video for me. But also, just what it actually does to your Pokemon is so cool, because it changes their type in the middle of battle, which adds a whole new angle to the competitive scene, and honestly, it's a type of angle that could actually get me in to playing competitive Pokemon, which I think would be fun, because I really do want to explore that aspect of Pokemon at some point. It also changes how catching works, because Pokemon of the same species have different Terra types. So if you want to catch a team with well-balanced Terra types, you're not just looking for any old Pooper Whooper, you're looking for a specific Pooper Whooper, for example, a Pooper Whooper with Fire type. So terrestrializing makes battling more interesting, and also catching more interesting, which is probably the best thing a Pokemon gimmick has ever done. I mean, it's obviously the ideal a Pokemon gimmick should do. Catching and battling is the main part of the game. I do sort of have a nostalgic thing for the HMs, and I kind of miss them, but the new Ride Pokemon system is obviously better. And this time, you're riding the legendaries, which is so badass. Imagine how cool it's going to be as I scale a mountain on Miraidon's back, and then once I get to the top of the mountain, there's a bunch of Pokemon there for me to try and catch. It's this whole element of discovery on the different layers of the region, and it just gets me thinking about it, and I get so excited, I swear. Also, a side note, I'm okay with Koraidon using its legs to run because, like, clearly that big bump on its neck contains organs, so if it was running around on its organs, it wouldn't make much sense, and it would annoy me. So I'm cool with Koraidon using the legs, but I get it. And obviously, I'm super excited for multiplayer in the overworld, so I can explore this vast, sprawling region with all of the homies. Now, if you couldn't tell, I'm a little bit excited for these games. It's really refreshing because I haven't felt this way about a Pokemon game since Sun and Moon. It was either the toxic fans clamoring about the national decks, or Game Freak just showing us this abomination, and that would ruin everything for me. But the stars have aligned this time, and I'm having so much fun waiting for these games to come out. Now, that might be because I've distanced myself from social media a little bit more, so I don't hear all the bad shit people have to say, but who knows? Either way, what has always really helped fuel my excitement for Pokemon games is YouTube videos made by other people who are just as excited as me. Back in the day, I'd watch Game Explain discussions with Derek Bittner, Ash Paulson, and John Cartwright, and they'd bring in cool guests and just discuss what they're looking forward to in these games. Now those guys have moved on over to Good Vibes Gaming and don't really do the discussions anymore, but their reaction streams are a good substitute if you want to go check those out. What I'm getting at here is, if you feel like joining me in the Scarlet and Violet content rabbit hole, I made a playlist of videos which will be in the corner of your screen right about now. The playlist has cool theory videos from creators like Birdkeeper Toby. It's got that brilliant Paldea map breakdown by Austin John that I mentioned earlier. Alongside all of his website info breakdowns, and other creators have really helped me have fun waiting for these games. Basically, I'm having a lot of fun feeling positive about Pokemon again, and the playlist is basically to help you guys feel the same way. Before I go, if you've made it this far, well, obviously subscribe, help me get to 1,000 subs, and let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in seeing me doing some trailer breakdowns and website breakdowns of my own. And if enough of you guys say you want it, I'll try and do it because I think it'll be fun. Anyways, I'll let you go now. I'll see you later.